Hi there everyone, this is Cloud Chief, and in today's video I am doing a review of Overwatch. Overwatch is a class shooter. Pretty much the focus in the game is on the different characters and different classes that they have. And I think that Blizzard did a very good job in setting it up with a wide variety of characters, and all the characters really feel unique. You don't really feel there's a lot of overlap with characters. Like, one attacking class is going to be unique from other attacking classes. It's not like, oh, this character is a lot like the other one. They did add a wide variety of different abilities and how the characters move, which is something that I really like about the game. One of the big things about Overwatch is that it is a very team-oriented game. The gameplay really focuses around your team working well together and having a good mesh of characters. Having all attack characters, for the most part, isn't going to perform any near as well as a team that's balanced. But of course, you could somehow do something organized with a group and still somehow pull it off. But you're going to get the best results by having a defending class, having a healer class, and having an attacker class, and just having a good variety and mix of characters on your team. You're just going to get much better results and have more fun playing the game when you are actually working together with your team. So if you like working with friends and other teammates to actually get success, you will probably really like Overwatch. But if you're the kind that likes playing FPSs where you're running around doing your own thing, you're probably going to get more frustrated with Overwatch than anything else. I feel it has a good balance of character classes. So you have your attacker class, you have your tank class, you have your defender class, and then you have your healer and support class. And I feel the classes really work well together, and it's not like one class is overpowered. Like attacker class is just stronger because it takes guys down faster than other classes, even though it does. But it's balanced in that most attackers don't have a lot of defense, and you can take attackers down quickly, where tanks don't do a ton of damage, but they have a ton of health, which works well on how it should be. I feel the game is very balanced in the different class types, and I really like how the game works and meshes with the different characters. One of the things I was hoping for and was a little disappointed in when Overwatch came out is that there's really no single player or campaign mode. While that's alright, and it was never advertised to have any of that, I just would have liked to seen at least a little something where you could kind of just go in by yourself and do something with a character so you could kind of get more used to it. Now, there is training mode where you can go in and run around and shoot at bots and stuff, but I thought they could have done a little bit more with like single player and campaign. Another negative point that I would say about the game is that it doesn't have a lot of variety in maps. It almost has the League of Legends set where it's the same map. Now, there are more maps in League of Legends because League of Legends only has 3 really different map types, and this does have more variety in maps. But if you play a decent amount of the game, you're going to see a lot of the same areas, and it's just set up the same. But I don't feel that that really takes away from the game, because the focus of the game really is on the teamwork and team aspect of the game and working well together with your team to pull out a victory.
Thank you.
One thing I really do like about Overwatch is that you can make custom games, and the amount of customizability in your custom game is pretty amazing. You can adjust players' health, you can adjust the cooldown on different moves, and I've even seen videos on YouTube of people just coming up with their own unique games within the game that they just go and play with friends and do, and it's just really cool, and you can just let your imagination run wild, and there's really no limit of things you could do in a custom game. One thing I do have to say about the game is that it is very visually pleasing to watch. I think the graphics are very high-end, especially for an FPS. I've not noticed really much of a frame rate drop. The game is just very smooth, and it just plays very well, and it's just very pleasing to look at. There's lots of bright colors, and even with a lot of the characters' ults, it's just very good to look at. Overwatch did a great job with setting up audio cues. Characters will say things depending on what's going on pretty consistently. Like, you could have a character coming up on your side and one of your teammates' characters will actually inform you of that. Or characters will say specific things when they're doing certain moves. Like McCree, when he's using his ultimate, he'll say it's high noon. So you'll be able to respond by either hiding or getting ready to quickly take him out. Or in the case if you were like Genji, you could try and reflect his shot back. So by learning the audio cues, which for the most part are pretty easy to pick up, you can get a distinct advantage in the game. And I like how they have those audio cues there for you to take advantage of if you're listening and pick up on them. One thing to note about Overwatch is that there is no progression in the game. You at no point level up your characters, or at no point get better armor or better weapons or attack for your characters. Your character is the same at the beginning of the game, how he is going to be at the end of the game, and that's really it. There are a ton of unlocks in the game, but all the unlocks are cosmetic, and just as you level up, you get loot crates, and as you open up the loot crates, you get unlocks, which can be audio cues, skins, and just different visual effects like that. And so that's my review of Overwatch. I think it's just a really good game. My only real negative with it is, like I said, there's nothing that you can really do in single player. I would have liked to see that kind of fleshed out a little bit more. I would say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a great game. I'm also excited because they've said that they're just going to continually release new content, release new characters, and they're just going to keep adding stuff to it, and it doesn't cost anything. I also really like the stance that they are taking on cheaters, and that they just have a no cheating policy, and if you're found out you're cheating, you're out. They're trying to have a high integrity game, and I just think it's great. And that's my thoughts on Overwatch. If you want to be playing like a team-oriented FPS, I highly recommend picking it up. If you were the type of person who really likes single-player campaigns or wants to be playing FPS where you're running around doing your own thing by yourself, you still might enjoy Overwatch, but you're probably not going to be one of the people that's all about it. It's really for the people that want to have team-oriented FPS and work together to have success. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you playing the game, and may you have success in all you do.